Hello, Ken. What week is it? It's rivalry week. That's right. The big showdown, the one I personally was hoping would happen. Undefeated Michigan going against undefeated Michigan State in East Lansing. I love it. This is what college football is about. But before I get into my analysis of the game, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell down below. I do greatly appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. Yeah, rivalry. This is it, right? This is college game day is going to be there. This is the atmosphere you want, especially as the road team. You know, you get a chance to go on the road, go to their house, make a statement. You know, college game day is going to be there. It's going to be electric. Yeah, what's not to love, especially as a fan? I mean, I'm sure it's great for a player too. Don't get me wrong, but especially from a fan's perspective, man, I love it. I love it. This is what college football is all about. You know, it's got me excited already, and we're still a week away. Whew, I'm ready. All right, let's dive into it. My predictions for the game. Unfortunately, I'm taking Michigan State in this one by 3. I am. They're the home team. I think this game is a coin toss, so I'm going to give it to the home team. I think they're going to find a way to win this one. They scratch and claw and bite and fight, and you know, they haven't played the greatest competition so far, but so what? They found ways to win, and that's what's important. You can make the same argument for Michigan, but I'll get into it a little bit more during my breakdown of how this thing might play out. But, you know, basically I feel like it's an even coin toss. It's strength on strength. That's it, man. It's just I don't have any other way to I've thought about it a lot. I don't have any other way that this thing shakes down. I really do think it's a coin toss, and it'll be a tight game. And for that reason, I'm going to give it to the home team. You know, it's going to be electric. College game day is going to be there. Everybody's going to be jacked up. And so I think the home team's going to feed on that quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Michigan State by 3. But I do think our rushing attack runs for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, over 2 touchdowns, at least 200 yards and 2 touchdowns from Michigan's rushing attack. And normally you would say, well, you know, if we run that well, we should win the game, right? Well, not so fast. But first, before I get into why Michigan might lose the game, let's get into why Michigan might win the game, because it is a coin toss. And where does Michigan's strengths lie? Well, in the run game. I think that's obvious to everybody. We have been able to run the football on everybody. We had one bad half against Rutgers, and that was play calling. The play calling was super. We ran dive like 90% of that half against Rutgers, which was a large reason of why we got nothing going. Like, it was unimaginative, super vanilla play calling. So I'm going to chalk that up to play calling. Every other defense we've played, we've been able to run the ball successfully on them. Even Wisconsin, who's known for being able to stop the run. So our run game's been working. We got 2 really talented running backs. J.J. McCarthy adds another element to the run game. I expect to see a decent amount of him, especially if Cade McNamara struggles to move the offense. So that's one thing. I expect Michigan State to load. If I was Michigan State, I would load the box. I expect Michigan State to load the box. Would that scare me away from running the football? No, it wouldn't. And you want to know why? Because other defenses have tried to do the exact same thing, and we've still been successful. Our offensive line and our tight ends are blocking so well that I don't care how many guys they have in the box. I just don't. I'm running the football. It's that simple. This is what we do. We're just going to run the football. Put everybody you have in there. I don't care. I still think these running backs are talented enough to find a seam, because I believe that the offensive line and tight ends will give them one somewhere. So that's my thought on it. I'm confident in our run game. I think it's going to be successful. Where am I not confident? Well, hold on that. Let's just stick with what's good. Cade McNamara is not turning over the football. He's had a couple turnovers. We've had a couple turnovers lately, but it hasn't been from Cade. You know, he's got the 1 interception recently. But for the most part, he just plays very smart football. He takes care of the ball. And, you know, at least if he's missing throws, he's missing everybody, which I take that for what it's worth. But at least he's not throwing it to the defense. And he's doing a good job of keeping the offense in rhythm. He's keeping everybody calm. He just has that calming leadership influence, which has been good for the offense. I do still think J.J. McCarthy should be the starter, but, I got to give Cade McNamara a shout-out for taking care of the football. And in a game like this that I expect to be really tight, it's going to be imperative to take care of the football. You cannot turn it over or you will lose this game. It's that simple. Defensively, also, we're very good. We've looked very good so far. Now, Michigan State's going to offer more of a test than we have faced so far this year, okay? They're just more explosive. We have not played an offense that's as explosive as this Michigan State offense is. And they're going to throw a lot of things at you. You got to take into account all those trick plays, because the moment you fall asleep is the moment they're going to connect on one of those trick plays and take it to the house. But I am confident in our defense's ability to be able to get pressure. Michigan State's offensive line has struggled in pass protection, and that's really where Michigan excels, is their front seven getting pressure, consistent, constant pressure all game. They're relentless. They're going to keep coming after you, and Peyton Thorne struggles against pressure. So I think we can negate some of Michigan State's offensive firepower, especially at the wide receiver position, as long as we're getting to the quarterback. What scares me is that we're not going to get to the quarterback on every single drop back pass. And I do believe Michigan State's wide receivers are more talented than our corners. So that scares me a little bit. What happens on those plays when we don't get home? Then Peyton Thorne's looked really good, and these wide receivers have looked amazing, right? So that's a bit of the scary side there, is that if you don't get to the quarterback, then what happens? Then you're leaving yourself open to a big play. Michigan State's really good at the big play. You can get yourself into trouble. So I expect a fairly conservative, on the back end, conservative coverage early. And then we'll just see how our corners match up. And if Mike McDonald feels comfortable with his corners, if they're sticking to him in coverage, then he'll probably let them press a little bit more. But I expect it to be conservative on the back end. I still think he's going to bring some blitzes. He's going to try to get pressure on Peyton Thorne. There's no secret that when Thorne's been under pressure, he looks like an entirely different quarterback. He's not nearly as good, not nearly as accurate. So getting pressure, I think, will be number one priority for Michigan. I think we're really good at that. So that's the good side. The downside I just touched on a little bit. Michigan State's ability to hit the big play is there. They're good at it. And if I had to pick a defensive weakness for us, it would be corner. DJ Turner played really good, and I like him as a starter over Green. But, he has not played against these kind of wide receivers. Reed and Naylor, even Mosley in the slot, they're all really good. They're talented. They're a talented group. And Peyton Thorne, when he's had time, is making really good decisions and getting the ball to his guys. So that's the concern. I'm concerned about our ability to cover consistently for an entire game. Offensively, what's my concern? That we can't hit the big play. I do expect Michigan State to load the box. And what if we are having an off day? What if we are struggling to run the football? Then what? I have no confidence, especially after last game, Cade McNamara's ability to hit a deep ball. It's not there. It can't. He can't make that throw, which is why I think JJ should be the starter. But Cade McNamara, if they play tight coverage on the outside, if they protect everything underneath and give up those deep plays, basically say that, hey, we don't believe Cade McNamara can beat us throwing deep down the field, and I think that is going to be a problem for Michigan. So that's a concern there. I think that there is a chance that we're going to have to, a really good chance that we're going to have to make plays passing the football. And I don't know that we can make enough of them. The Michigan State's offense is pretty explosive. They have struggled recently, but they're still finding a way to make enough big plays to win games, and that's what's scary. So we're going to have to be on our, I expect Michigan to bring it. Everybody's going to be jacked up for this one, both sides. Everybody's bringing their A game, and we'll just have to see how everything shakes out. I don't expect anything crazy from Michigan. It's going to be more of the same. We're just going to hammer the ball. It's like I said, and I do Michigan State videos. Obviously, if you follow my channel, you know that. But like I said in that video for this matchup, it's going to be haymakers versus jabs. Michigan State's going to try to throw some haymakers at you. They're going to live and die by the big play. It's like a basketball team living and dying by the three. This offense has been scary good when they're hitting the big plays, and it's been really bad when they're not. It's been a grind and a struggle. I mean, they had to resort to trick plays to beat Indiana because the big play Indiana was taking away the big plays, and that caused the offense to and taking away the run. Obviously, stopping Kenneth Walker is paramount. But you know, if you take those things away, then the offense really struggles to put together long drives. If you make Peyton Thorne and the offense complete those dingers, you know, the 5 to 10 yards here or there for an entire drive, so far they've struggled to do that. They live and die by the big play. So it's going to be haymakers on their side, and we're just going to jab them in the face over and over and over again like we've done every other team and see if we can wear them down by the end of the game. That's just what it is. You know, we don't make a lot of big plays. They're there occasionally for the running backs, you know. But especially as of late, with teams crowding the box, it's just been 3, 4, 5 yards, and we're just going to keep punching you and keep punching you and keep punching you. And eventually we hope to just wear you down. That's Michigan's plan. And I don't see it changing for this one. They're going to try the same thing. And honestly, I think it's a good plan, especially when you're on the road. If you can establish a run, that's always super helpful, especially with going against a hostile crowd like this is going to be. So be physical and try to wear them out, but got to be careful not to fall behind too much, especially if Michigan State's hitting those big plays early, because I don't think Michigan has the ability to make a comeback. If we fall behind in this one, it's going to be bad news. If we fall behind by 14, 17, 21, we're going to really struggle to win this game. We just don't have that kind of explosive offense, so got to hope the run game comes out doing their job early. Hope the defense gets stops early and doesn't give up big plays, and we'll just have to see how the dust settles. But unfortunately, I am going with the home team on this one. I think it's just too close to call, and so I give the advantage to the home team. I got Michigan State by 3, but I do think our running game will be successful. I just don't think we'll be able to get enough big plays and get in the end zone enough to match or counter what Michigan State's going to be able to put together. So, again, Michigan State by 3. I know. One video, people are going to love me. In this video, people are going to hate me, but it is what it is. All that aside, I am taking the Spartans by 3 because they are the home team. I'm giving them the advantage. But I do think that Michigan's run game will have some success. They'll run for over 200 yards as a team and have over at least 2 touchdowns. So not really bold predictions there, but hey, it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see how everything shakes out. I don't think either team has really proven anything at this point, so I can only go based on what I've seen so far, and I think they're pretty close. I think that's a pretty tight matchup. Like I said, strength on strength, so take the home team in this one. Hate me if you want. That'll wrap this one. Remember, all love, all the time. Peace.